Hello again. Now, search operations have widened on the Jukskei River in Johannesburg after heavy rains hampered efforts yesterday. 3 people are said to be still missing following flash floods that washed away what is believed to be a congregation of 33. 14 people are dead, including an 80-year-old woman and a 3-month-old child. While the skies seem a little bit clear for now, there is a warning from the Weather Service that this could change at any time. eNCA reporter Manqoba Mchunu tracking the search operations. Let's find out the latest now. Good afternoon, Manqoba. At least it's not raining now. Was there any success in today's search?
Well, not so far, but then, according to what we've heard from Johannesburg Emergency Services, they're telling us that they have searched some parts of the Jukskei River as well as the Sands River, which links to the Jukskei River. This is where they believe that these congregants could be trapped. They could have been pushed away by the water as far as that particular area, which is in Sandton, but then a few kilometers from where this incident had occurred. We did see them earlier on scouring that section of the river, looking underneath shrubs, looking underneath the trees and rocks in that particular part of the stream, trying to locate if they could see any of those bodies that are believed to be there. But of course, but then at this particular point, we know that of course the search and recovery operations were halted yesterday due to the rain, and emergency services are also saying, but then, that if it does persist, if the storm does return, they are going to be forced to stop this particular search because it is dangerous for them as well. It is an issue of safety if they are in that water when there is, of course, high currents and strong currents that are caused by the heavy rains. And this is the very reason, Praden, why those church congregants had also drowned on Saturday due to the currents and the flash floods that had come as a result of this particular rain. So no bodies found today, Praden, but what you do know is that 13 of the 14 bodies that were recovered on Sunday have been identified, except for one of them, and that there's possibly 3 others that are still missing. But earlier on, I did speak to the spokesperson of the Johannesburg EMS, Kolile Kumalo, and this is what she had to say about the operations.
Our search and rescue teams have been conducting the searches in 8th and 12th Avenue, Sandton. They have now moved down to the N1. So far, we haven't made any recoveries. There haven't been any body recoveries. Our search teams are using the croc, and we also have a team that's walking inside the river doing the searches.
Well, it is summer now, and it's Gauteng's rainy season in Manqoba. Is the EMS prepared?
Unfortunately so, but Dan, it is the rainy season and it just doesn't look good even now as we speak to you. The clouds are turning dark, but Dan, and of course there has been a warning that was issued by the South African Weather Services of more storms and more heavy downpours here in Johannesburg. Earlier on, we did pose this question to the EMS as to whether or not they were prepared for the storm, and they're saying that they are prepared. They are, they have, plans that have been put in place just in case we see more flooding, flash flooding in this particular city. But in terms of the search and rescue, Britain, they have made it clear that they are going to abandon that search and rescue. They're going to call it off if the rain does persist. But in terms of, just warnings to people as well, but then they've actually warned people to be careful, especially when driving around areas that are flooded or low-lying areas. But also equally important is a warning to those practicing rituals, to churches as well, that may feel the urge to practice those rituals near river streams or in any of the water sources, to exercise caution when doing so, because they say that this could spare their lives. But take a listen to what they had to say.
What we can do, we're really urging and pleading with you, please hold off on the baptism, especially during this time of the year, because we have heavy rains and flash floods. We never know what's going to happen, so please hold back on the baptism. Maybe try some other time. We're really pleading. It's not just for like the priests only, anybody else. Just stay cautious, be vigilant, stay away from running waters, rivers, low-lying areas. We're really pleading the community to be careful.
So weather permitting, Manqoba, the search will continue, but if things change, EMS is going to suspend operations.
Well, that's correct, Badan, and that's what they've indicated, that because of the dangers of the water when it rains, they may be forced to call off the search. But as things stand, the search does continue, but the weather doesn't look good, Badan, so it doesn't look like it could possibly continue. We're still going to get another update from the EMS regarding that operation.
Yeah, and thanks to you yesterday for doing that live crossing just as the hail storm was beginning. That was really hectic, and you survived that brutal kind of hailstorm, you and the cameraman there. We appreciate your work. Thank you very much, Manqoba Mchunu. Stay safe, stay away from the stormy skies over Sandton this afternoon.